ISLM model or the ISLM framework. Now in this diagram, you can see that we have the negatively sloped IS curve and the positively sloped LM curve. And these two curves touches each other at point E. This point E is known as the equilibrium point, where I star is the equilibrium interest rate and Y star is the equilibrium output level. And we can say that the economy is in equilibrium position. The only point at which the goods market and the money market are in simultaneous equilibrium is point A. It means that the IS curve touches the LM curve. Look at here, point E. This is the equilibrium point where Y is equal to YAD. It means that aggregate output is equal to aggregate demand for output, or we can say that this is the IS curve. Y is equal to YAD. Aggregate demand is equal to aggregate output. And MD is equal to MS. MD means demand for money and MS means supply of money, which is known as LM curve. So simply we can say that point E is the equilibrium position where both the markets are in equilibrium, or we can say that the goods market as well as the money market is simultaneously in equilibrium. At any other point in this diagram, at least one of these equilibrium conditions is not satisfied. For example, if the economy is at point A and this point is on the IS curve but not the LM curve, even though at point A the goods market is in equilibrium, so that the aggregate output equals aggregate demand. The interest rate is above its equilibrium level, so the demand for money is less than the supply. But now we are talking about point A. If the economy is here, so this will be the interest rate. Suppose I double star. So the economy interest rate is above the equilibrium interest rate at point A. Because people have more money than they want to hold, they will try to get rid of it by buying bonds. A rise in bond prices causes a fall in the interest rate. If the bond price rises, it means the interest rate decreases. So what will be the impact? In the result, both planned investment spending and net exports to rise, and thus aggregate output rises. The economy then moves down along the IS curve, and the process continues until the interest rate falls to I star and aggregate output rises to Y star. That is, until the economy is at equilibrium point E. If the economy is supposed at point B or at point D on the LM curve. So how the economy will move towards the original equilibrium position, point E. At point B, money demand is equal to money supply. It means that the money market is in equilibrium at point E. Output is higher than the equilibrium level and exceeds aggregate demand. So firms are unable to sell all their output, and unplanned inventory accumulates, promoting them to cut production and lower output. So the decline in output means that the demand for money will fall. If the demand for money will fall, it means we have a lower interest rate. The economy then moves down along the LM curve until it reaches the equilibrium position. So this was the discussion of the ISLM model, that how we can develop the IS model and then how we can develop the LM model, and finally how with the help of the IS and LM model we can complete the whole picture of the ISLM model.